Welcome, everyone, to Friday's Inspiration. We are here today inspiring you and helping you live in your highest vibrational frequency. I'm Kimberly Sherry, and I'm broadcasting today from Southern California. And we are here every week helping you raise your vibrations so that you can let go of all that ongoing onslaught of lower vibrating energies from all kinds of sources. And so this is a great place to come. I help you release all that stuff, help you master your energy so you can live your most radiant, brilliant life. So today we are talking about something special. I live in my van, for those of you who don't know that yet. And I wanted to tell you, first of all, how this happened. So I raised two kids in a home, and so I've had the house, I've had the fancy cars, I've had all that. And just before the pandemic, I sold everything and I was just content to go to Europe and travel. My kids are grown, they're adults, are on their own. And I was just going to go travel the world. And then, in fact, I had just visited Egypt and Australia, and I was in London at the time visiting dear Roma. This is actually how we've come to become such great friends. And so I went there to visit her for, maybe 5 days, and it turned into, I think, 2.5 months. And so it took a while for me to be able to get back home. And so in the meantime, we made a very deep and very great friendship. And she's been working for me ever since. And so she is my dear, dear heart soul sister. And I couldn't do any of this without her. So applause to Roma. She's in the background doing all the good stuff. So yeah, so I decided to come back home after that, and I still wanted to travel. I still have this great spirit of adventure, and so I decided to buy a van and convert it. So what I have is a Ford 250 Transit. I got the crew cab, which has the big windows on both sides and in the back. And I wanted to get just close to new, so it only had 7,000 miles on it with some great depreciation on it. So that was my initial thing. And then I had someone do the conversion, which I will show you shortly. And so that's how I got started on this. And so I've been visiting some places in the US, and I travel back and forth, mostly the corridor between the San Francisco Bay Area, which is home base for me. That's where my P.O. box is. That's where my son lives and friends. And so I go back and forth between there, visiting friends and just being on the road, and to Southern California, where my daughter lives. And so that's sort of the trajectory. So we had Thanksgiving last night together, which was beautiful. And they will be going away for a week. So I get to house sit and take care of their bunny and my daughter's horse. So that's kind of how I am doing this whole thing. And I wanted to share some of the technical stuff, although I will show you later because some of you are going to kind of want to know how that all works. And so I'm not here to give you the nuts and bolts on how to have a six-figure business so much. This is more about how you do it in a van. So I would assume that I'm basically talking to people who, one, have a great spirit of adventure, who want to get off the grid. And like, I don't have to plug into anything. I don't have to plug into electricity. I don't have to drain any sewage. I don't have to do any of that. So I can live completely off the grid. I've got two solar panels that feed all the electricity. It goes through a converter. I've got a refrigerator, and I have a sink, as you will see, and a 30-gallon water tank, a portable dry compostable toilet, and I uh, belong to a gym so that in between visits to friends and family, I'm at the gym. So that's kind of how that all of this works. But I'm basically talking to people that you have this great spirit of adventure. You want to get off the grid, and maybe you already have a business that you're doing online, and so you want to know, like, well, how am I doing it, so that you can see how you fit into this and maybe some missing pieces for you. So first of all, you have to have a van. So mine is tall enough. It's a medium-sized roof, tall enough for me to be able to stand in it. I'm very petite, but um, this works for me. I don't need the super tall one. And some people think, oh, you have to always have the biggest and best. Well, you'll see that what I have set up is very simple, but it's nice and it's very. I'm very much a minimalist. And so after I've had the big house and the kids and all the stuff, I think more and more people are getting away from commerce and really want to simplify their life. So, this lifestyle is not for everyone, but those of you who are here, you're considering it. And so you'll see how I'm doing this. And so you basically have a business that you're running through online, and maybe you're still struggling with some of the nuts and bolts of how to increase your revenue. And so this video is less about that. However, because we're going to be doing a MediClearing here shortly, and so I'm curious, how many of you are either living in a van or like considering, like you really would like to think about this online adventure? uh, so because I'm having a lot of fun. This is it. Like I say, it's not for everybody, but I'm at a point in my life where my kids are grown and I have this great spirit of adventure and I can run my business through online. So, one of the things that you need is a place. So, this has two solar panels, so that runs all the electricity. So, you need to have a place to access the internet, right? So, what I use is just a hotspot through my phone. And as long as you have a significant amount of bars, I'm noticing you can still get a very decent connection with 3 bars, but 4, of course, is going to assure a much clearer connection. And right now, I'm parked in front of my daughter's place, so I am using their internet, so it's a good clear connection. So that's a really important piece, is being able to access the internet, and so that's how I do it. However, I am not relying on any external electricity sources. So all of my electricity, charging my computer, my tablet, my phone, all runs off of this solar. And these 2 solar panels are enough to run all of that in my refrigerator. However, I noticed that if I wanted to heat hot water through an electric kettle, that it kept creating a little bit of havoc. So it would drain the battery because that's like a lot of heat. So I decided to instead I use a one burner stove burner thing if I ever want to heat water and I don't do much cooking. It's easy enough to, have a banana and some nut butter in the morning, create some salads, eat a simple life, eat a simple meals. But, you can always go out if you really want hot food, or you can always cook as well. So those are all options, and making sure that you have a fan. So I have a fan above here, that you have to have a fan running when you're cooking indoors. So make sure that there's that. So I'm curious if you guys have any. Thanks for being here, Bess, and Stephen and Cindy. And we have Denmark here. Great having you. Jalpa from India. And we have New York. Great having all you guys here. And so Lynn, of course, and Joellen from Utah. So great. And London, of course, from us back home in London now. So I'm curious if you guys have any questions about how this all works. You'll get to see it in a minute. But the one thing, and as you're typing in your questions, hello from British Columbia. Great to have you here too. Um, the one thing that I want to say is that the number one most important thing is not that you have the biggest, most expensive, luxurious van that does everything X, Y, and Z. And so it's not about this setup that's going to create your successful business. What's going to create your successful business is having a high money vibration. That's the bottom line. And so that's what we're doing here today is we're going to help all of you raise your money vibration. We'll do a money clearing. But I also want to check and see, like, what level is your spirit of adventure? Maybe this is more of a like a cool idea. Like a lot of people love this setup, and they want what I have. They want this life, but it's just like a kind of like a pipe dream. And so I want to measure, like, how big is your spirit of adventure? If you really want to do this, it's going to be 100%. You have to be in it. So let's measure a few things. Uh, we're going to measure number one, your money vibes. So it's like at about 500. So that's, I love coffee. I love chocolate. I love money. It's kind of in that category. But we really want to elevate our money vibrations so that we can attract, because we're always this magnet, law of attraction. We're going to attract what we're emitting. So we're going to raise that money vibration and then get you aligned in all of your chakras. And so Lynn has been on this precipice of, do I not? And yeah, okay, so the spirit of adventure, um, it's at about 50%. Is that what I just said? We're going to raise that. Oh, we just did money first. Okay, that was at 500. And spirit adventure is only at 50%. So it could kind of like go either way. I could take it, I could leave it. So for those of you who are here, you're here because you're either curious to see my van or you're actually considering doing this. So either way, we're going to help you raise your spirit of adventure so that no matter what you're doing, you can have a lot of fun at it. So let's see what else we could measure. I don't see any questions yet. Um, let's see, what else do you guys need to know about this? Okay, Lynn's doing this. Great, great. Okay, so you got to have your van and you have to set it up so it's livable. You'll see I've got a nice, comfortable bed and I've got storage. I've got things going on back here, behind here. And so this is actually a little bit of a vulnerable video for me to do because I'm a pretty private person. And so for me to unveil what's going on behind the scenes here is going to be, it's kind of interesting. Um, Okay, and so Inga is thinking of doing it for time periods. Okay, good. So yeah, this doesn't have to be a full-time thing. Like maybe you could do it part-time and then not. And so yeah, there's a million ways of doing van life. And that's why there's people who they do a whole podcast. They do have a whole channel about their van life. So that's not what this is today. This is just really more to help you raise your vibration so that if you want to do this, you'll feel more supported. Okay. Well, we will, let's see if we should, I'll show you after we do, after we do the clearing. So let's do our clearing here today. Oh, and I almost forgot. It's Friday, but it's Black Friday. And we've been clearing tons of things around these darker energies that need this black flame, right? So I'm doing two things today. So one, If you're curious about the 5 things that you need a black flame for, uh, you can you can private message me, or you can send this to our support team, support at kimberlysherry.com. You can uh, send a text message there, or send a message, and I will send you via text the 5 energies and where they are, so that you can use this black flame to clear these energies. And so that's a free offer that's only being offered today. If you're listening to this out into the future after this Black Friday, then this is not available. But for those of you who are listening today, this will be available until tonight, at midnight Pacific time. So what it is the 5 things that you're going to need a black flame for. So it could potentially be people that are courting to you. So I'm going to measure cords. Sometimes use a violet flame, sometimes a black flame. Um, Fear entities, control beings, discarnate beings sometimes are also a black flame, and spells and curses. So I'm going to measure those 5 things for you. If you want to send a message to support at kimberlysherry.com and give us your email and a phone number so I can send a text. I'm not calling you. This is just to be able to convey this. So that's a special Black Friday special. The other Black Friday special that we're running, and this will be through the link that Roma's posting here, is your altitude report. So this is the most important place to start to know where you're going, is to know where you are. And so I'm offering a 2-for-1. There's no coupon codes or anything. You just order a report and give us the name of the other person that you want the report for. So this also comes with a 30-minute conversation for you, not for them as well. So there was that one clarification that's come in over the last couple of days. And then also people wonder, well, do I have to get their permission? Do they have to let me know, or that it's okay? So you don't have to get their permission for us to look. You would only need to get their permission if we were going to change anything, and we're not changing anything. We're just going to look, give an evaluation. So that's a Black Friday special, 2-for-1 altitude report. I've never done this before. In fact, I've never done a Black Friday special. I don't know. I'm kind of, that person who's always doing things opposite of everybody else. So, but there's been so many black flames necessary that I thought those 2 things would be super helpful at this time right now. So, 1, you can order a 2-for-1 altitude report, and 2, if you want, you can send your phone number and email through email at kim@kimberlysherry.com, and I will tell you the 5 things that you'll need a black flame for. So that's cords, fear entities, control beings, discarnate beings, spells and curses. All right. Without further ado, let's, and you guys, I don't see any questions, so let's go ahead and do a clearing. Let's raise your money vibrations too. So we're doing the process called running your energy. It's outlined in my book. Hang on, I think it's right here. I've been suggested that, hang on, my pillow is going crazy here, that I should show this more often. I don't show this often enough. My book, Access Your Ultimate Power, The Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence. So that is available on Amazon. It outlines the whole infinity system. It has the new infinity scale in there, and lots of illustrations, etc. So if you have this, and a lot of people have gotten this book, that then it's just easier to follow along here every Friday, and then you'll know what we're doing and where we're going, and you won't get lost. So let's go ahead and yay, we already have someone who's submitting. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and raise our money frequency, and we're going to run our energy. So let's get ultra grounded. We're going to put down that line of energy like a big pipe that goes from the base of your spine all the way to the center of the planet. Excellent. And then we're going to send those roots down from the bottoms of your feet deep into the earth. Let those roots wrap around the entire planet. Now, as we're getting ultra grounded, and that intermingling with this intelligent communication layer is going to help really make you feel very secure and connected to the earth. So let's start bringing this abundant feminine earth energy up through the roots into your feet, into your ankles and your calves and your knees, and then your thigh. Then it's going down your grounding cord. Great. And let's see if you have a worry circle. It's all the way out to the 50th layer. So that's the watcher energy. If you wanted to use a rainbow flame in this worry circle, you could do that. And we can also pull this energy in and just drop it all down our grounding cord as well. Okay, great. Hmm. Let's see if hearts are grounded. Yay, good job. Hearts are grounded. And then ovaries. And so some of these parts are a little bit newer. They're not in the book because this system is growing and changing as we should be. So grounding of the ovaries and the testicles is not in there. So we want to ground both of those and have that line of energy merge into the grounding cord. Okay, great. So next we're going to place our attention far above our heads. And we're going to bring pure source down through our creative rings that are stacked above our head, where all of our dreams and desires live, whether it's living in a van and having your spirit of adventure or some other uh, intentions. Pure source is coming down to recalibrate this in your highest and best interests. Okay, good. So it's coming down through the rings. It comes down about a quarter of the way, however. And then it's stopping at some control beings that don't want you to have a clear connection with pure source energy. So use a black flame right in the middle of that those creative rings and transmute that energy. While I get a drink here. Okay, great. Okay, so bringing pure source down through all the way down into the crown. So it's stopping right at your crown. More control beings. So it's affecting out to that third layer of your permission circle up here, which is preventing you from accessing your full sovereignty, the full power of your sovereignty. So you could use a black flame in a circle around your head to transmute these control beings. So there's quite a few. They've been coming in massive clumps lately. Yeah, there's about 50 of them. So we just let that flame go for a minute here. Mm-hmm. Whew. Okay, great. So it pulls into the second layer where there's a lot of anger and rage. So not yours, not your anger, not your rage. This is how these entities feed themselves. Is humans are like their batteries. And so they keep us angry and agitated and afraid. And so this is the energies that they're feeding off of. Okay, great. So we're coming into the crown now, down into that sixth chakra where it's stopping. So these are the beliefs. Again, out to the third layer where there are more control beings, about 15. So use a black flame right behind your forehead. And so ideally, you're following along here as though you're doing the work. If you just come here every week to get your energy cleared, you'll never learn how to master your energy. So, my goal is to empower you to learn how to do this so you can do it on your own without assistance. And so, anyway, bringing this pure source down through that sixth chakra where it's stopping. Okay, so here let's use a rainbow flame as well because the energy is also going all the way out to that 50th layer where those watchers are uh, affecting more of our thoughts and our thinking. Mhm. Three. Yeah, so this is all part of that. It's kind of pulled into that 15th layer. 15th layer is where the 1%, the suppressive energy on the planet kind of lives. And so that's what's affecting how you're thinking. So this is why a lot of healers and entrepreneurs and conscious coaches are really struggling right now is because they're using the tools they've always used in the past, except things have changed very radically. Even, whether it's 6 months ago, even a month ago, things are far more intense now. And so that's why this altitude report is so vitally important, is to know exactly what you're dealing with. And okay, so we're pulling into, yeah, that 15th layer. So you're using a black flame right in the middle of your head, and we're transmuting all of this energy. Black flame. So for those of you who are participating with this, if you do these texting for those 5 things, will let you know how many you have left over even after doing this. Okay, good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4. Okay, so pure sources come down to the heart now, out to that third layer, more control beings, like 50. So use a very big black flame. So these control beings are keeping in place the energy of self judgment, where it doesn't feel like you're doing enough, not working hard enough, not struggling enough, not, um, yeah, beating yourself up enough. Yeah, so that's how they want us to think, is that, oh, if we just worked harder, then that would be the thing. It's like, I'm not working hard enough. That's the problem. No, that's not the problem. You're not uh, aligned in your frequencies. Your frequencies are not high enough, and then you're not aligned in all of it. So that's what we're doing here. So in the heart, okay, there's still some more energy there. Okay, I'm noticing some cords. Now these might be some cords left over from your dinner last night. Um, we can use a violet flame for some of these. So let's use a violet flame, and we can transmute these attachments so that those guilt strings are not being pulled. There we go. Yes. Okay, coming down now through the heart, solar plexus, where it's stopping again, out to the third layer. So, third layer, third chakra is like a big stop sign. And more control beings use a black flame there so that we can transmute these attachments. Okay, great. So now, as we're bringing pure source down through the solar plexus, second chakra, spilling down the root. Great. Take a deep breath into that. Really anchor this vertical alignment, connected way up high to pure source, rooted deeply into our Mother Earth. Okay, now we're going to mix these two energies, earth energy, pure source. And we're going to bring a 50-50 mixture up the front through the second, third, fourth. So right at the heart, let that stir in there. There's more control beings. A lot of anger in here. So it's keeping you angry at yourself. That's those self-judgments, beating yourself up. It's about 15. So just keep using that black flame, breathing and releasing. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if we can bring this up the front now. So through the second, third, fourth. Okay, so it's still stopping at the heart. More of that watcher energy. So use a rainbow flame right in the center of that chest and that heart chakra. Ku oya na miyata apaye kumu oyo. Tiana taye kianaka aye na mokoa. Okay, so as we're bringing this energy up through the heart, there we go, up through the throat and through that sixth chakra, crown, rings. Mm-hmm. As it's coming out through the rings, it's cascading down through all the layers of the aura. Let's pay special attention to the third layer so we clear out more of that effort and hard energy. You might notice it's kind of thick and heavy around the heart. So that's all part of that working hard, proving our worth and value. There's nothing to prove. We're already valuable. We're already worthy. We're already enough. Okay, good. Let's jump out to the 15th layer. We're going to start at the bottom. We're going to lift this energy up, up, up. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to jump out to the 50th layer, starting at the bottom, lifting the watchers up and out. So you could use a rainbow flame in this layer if you wanted to. When it gets above the head, it goes through that central core channel, and we just send it off planet where they're all headed anyway. We're going to jump all the way out to the 100th layer. This is the layer just before we break through to infinity. We're going to start at the bottom. This is the Draco energy. It's the darkest and most dense. If you want to call it evil energy, it's, yes. So we're just lifting that up and out. That black flame can also help transmute this energy. Okay, so now the aura is clear. So the last part of running our energy is we're going to start activating, well, it's already activated. I want you to just start to connect to this energy that you self-generate right in your heart chakra. So we're going to amplify this self-generated love, and we're going to start bringing it out that right arm. Out that right arm as you give out into the world. Put our fingertips together like we're holding a small ball, and we're going to allow the energy to pass through the palms and through all of the fingertips. And then you're going to start filling yourself up, allowing yourself to receive. So it's stopping right at the wrist, this wrist, left wrist. And we're going to use a black flame right there so that you can fill yourself up with this self generated love, allowing yourself to receive as you surrender. So just let that black flame dissolve and transmute these control beings. Okay, good. So now it's coming up that left arm, up to the left elbow, shoulder, down through the front and back of the heart, throat, 6, crown, rings. Okay, great. let's let's measure your spirit of adventure again. 100%. Yoo-hoo! Great. Let's check for fear and anger as well, the two biggest energies that feed these darker energies. Fear is at 15%, so probably not enough for you to notice, but that's where it starts to build from. And let's find that by going down to the root chakra, out to that third layer, where there are some more control beings. And so we're going to use a black flame right in that root, or if you want to use it as a circle around your root chakra, you can do that. Just going to transmute these energies that are creating fear of us taking a next step. If it's doing a van conversion, you can start taking actions, right? Dreaming about it and just thinking about it forever and ever and ever will not get us there. So start thinking in terms of what would be the next step I would need to do to get me to where I want to go. You don't just need one step. You just do one effortless step at a time. No, nothing hard. All right. So fear, 0. Okay, great. Let's see about anger. 50%. People are getting anxious for this disclosure. It's slow. They're slowly dripping it out, with this Hunter Biden laptop thing. A lot more disclosure starting to leak out, and so I think there's more people that are ready for all of this than those numbers. I don't believe any of the numbers that they say on the news. So anyway, we won't dive too far off on that deep end. So at any rate, anger, yes, there's so much to be frustrated about, but when we just keep taking our next effortless action, we're not waiting for a savior. We're just doing us and making sure that we're doing the best we can to be the most radiant and brilliant human possible. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Everything else takes care of itself. So just think if everybody did that, we wouldn't be in this mess we are. All right, so let's go to the 6th chakra, 2nd layer. There's some control beings there. Use a black flame. They're keeping that fear in place. Okay, great. I mean, anger. They're keeping the anger in place. They were doing both, but so we're down to 15%. Let's go down to the root, out to that 3rd layer, and use that black flame around your root chakra. I'm going to transmute the rest of these control beings that are holding more anger, like using anger as your fuel source. Not sustainable. Whew. Okay, good. 15% still. So we're still letting go of some more anger in the root. There's some cords in there. Use the black flame for those. Whew. Those judgmental family members. Okay, there we go. Okay, anger's now at 0. All right. Well, that's running our energy. So, glad to have you here, Belinda. So, before I do my great reveal, just checking to see if you guys have any questions about what we're doing here, and this whole van conversion thing. And just as a reminder, the Black Friday special is 2 for 1 altitude report. There is no coupon needed. Just provide the name of the second person. And then for those of you who are curious, send an email to support@kimberlysherry.com with your phone number so I can text you this answer, which will be the 5 core things that need a black flame because it's Black Friday, right? And I'll send you the 5 things where they are. You use a black flame, you can clear this stuff. All right. So Lynn has a question. Did you check our money vibes again? I did not. Thank you for the reminder, Lynn. We're clearing money vibes today too. Okay. Money. So it's up to 150,000. That's just before we break through to infinity. So let's clear out whatever's left in our money pile. So thanks for the reminder, Lynn. We're going to imagine a huge pile of money sitting out in front of us. And we're going to create a private, separate grounding cord from this money pile deep into the earth. So this is separate from us. And we're going to start draining out the people that are bringing our money vibration down. It's their beliefs and thoughts that are in our money. So we're going to see about dads. Nope. Moms. No. Family, well-meaning family. No. Partners. No. Exes. No. Children. No. Well-meaning friends and friends. Yes, there they are. Those friends, get them out of there. Drain those friends, well-meaning friends, of course. Drain them down your money pile, down that grounding cord of this money pile. Maybe they owe you money. Maybe you owe them money. Either way, let's open the communication so that can flow again. And then let's drain out any people that are related to work. So it could be a boss, it could be a coworker, it could be a co-partner, a partner in business, it could be clients. So drain, yeah, there's some, looks like clients. Drain those down the money pile's grounding cord. So that grounding cord's not going down all the way. Let's see. It's like stopping right at the top of the earth. There's some control beings there. Of course there is. Let's use a black flame in your money pile's grounding cord right where it touches the earth so it can drain all the way down. There we go. There we go. Whew. And last but not least, we're going to drain out the 1%, any of this Draco AI. Let's also drain out AI, artificial intelligence, out of our money piles. Whew, that feels big. Okay, great. Because that's what this ultimate war bifurcation is all about. Those who are following the AI path and those who are ascending into these higher dimensions and frequencies. Okay, now where our money is vibrating at infinity. So now imagine this liquid gold stream of energy coming out of the money pile, and it's going to come into the top of our rings. It's going to start recalibrating our dreams and desires so that they're in our highest and best interests with money. Okay, so bringing it into the crown. So it's stopping right at the crown. Use a black flame right there. Your Your business seems to be a money pit. Gigi. Well, good. I'm glad you're here so you can raise your money vibration. And bringing this down through the crown, bringing money down through your crown. Okay, so it's still stopping right at the crown. So you're not sovereign over your money right now. Control beings, let's use a black flame right at the top of your crown. So you're doing this work. Okay, good, because you're all very capable. None of this is hard. It's just a matter of doing it, right? Okay. So now as the money is recalibrating your crown, so you are giving yourself permission to have this. Okay, it's still stuck at the crown. All the way to the 50th layer. Let's use a rainbow flames to clear this watcher energy out of our crown. Okay, great. So as we're coming down through the crown, there we go, into that 6th chakra, bring the money down into the throat. Okay, so it's stopping there, out to that 3rd layer. More control being, so use a black flame there. Then you can have easy conversations around money. Money is not going to be this scary thing to talk about. You'll be able to actually tell people that you charge money for what you do and how much. All right. Whew. Yeah, you'll never make 6 figures if people don't even know that you charge and what it is. Okay, great. So bringing this liquid gold down through your 6th chakra and throat and heart, let it stir in your heart so you can have a loving relationship with your money and you don't resent it and you're not angry at it because it's unreliable. Let's see. Out at the 3rd layer, there's more control beings because it doesn't want you to be aligned and bringing your passion through your money. So you're using a black flame at the heart as we're bringing money down into this heart chakra, letting that money stir, clearing these darker energies with the black flame. Buena amaye anakia na tupuye, amaye ta akaye ianata, apaya kopu unoye. Okay, good. So come down through the heart, solar plexus, 2nd chakra, spilling down the root. Okay, great. Let's bring the money up the front through the 2nd, right there. That's your 2nd chakra, is your energy converter. It converts energy into physical things like money, like clients that bring you money. So let's clear the control beings here. Use a black flame in your 2nd chakra so money can feel more resonant here. Okay, good. As time is flying. As we're bringing money up through the 2nd, there it goes, into the 3rd, clear the effort out of the solar plexus. So you're not pushing, forcing, chasing after money. Money becomes the outward manifestation of your own inner abundance. We are already abundant. We're made of the same stuff as the stars and the trees and everything around us. There we go. So bringing this money up into the heart, let it stir in the heart so you feel worthy and deserving of receiving your abundant nature that you already are, not denying parts of yourself. There we go. Money through the heart and the throat and the 6th and the crown and all of your rings. Let it cascade like a big golden fountain through all the layers of your aura. Okay, great. Mhm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. Let's jump out to the 15th layer. We're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to lift this 1% out of your energy field so that money can feel more resonant in this layer. Then let the money flow down through the 15th layer, especially around the solar plexus. Whew. 15. Then we're going to jump all the way out to the 100th layer. We're going to start at the bottom. If you wanted to use a big black flame in this whole layer, we'll transmute this Draco energy. And then let that gold money energy flow down through this entire 100th layer. And then last but not least, let's bring this money out the right arm as you give out into the economy. And then allow yourself to receive all the abundance, prosperity, rich resources coming down through the front and back of the heart, throat, 6 crown rings. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, so if we had more time, all these things are coming to mind now. If we had more time, and you could even do this on your own, now that your money vibration is high, you can create an avatar for your business, put the intentions up in the rings, run the money through your business avatar, clear that so that, especially you, Gigi, who was mentioning about how your business seems to be a money pit right now. So that would be a good thing to do, but we've sort of run out of time. And a couple things I wanted to mention too, kind of coming down the pike, is that in January, so next month, so this is how I like to live my life. Is some people like the big house and the big cars, and I have no judgments about that. You do you, I'm doing me, and so how I'm doing me is I like to travel. So next month I am going to Egypt on a 5-star luxury retreat. It's a big spiritual adventure. I'll be going with about 44 other people, and we're going to be doing a lot of spiritual work in Egypt, activating light temples and all kinds of stuff. So I'll be there for 3 weeks. And then I'll be bringing all that amazing high vibrational golden era energy into our next round of 18 days in January. And so in January, we're going to be doing it all on our businesses, our money vibration, prosperity, wealth, abundance. All of that is going to be for January's next 18-day MediClearing. So it's a group MediClearing where you meet once a day for foundational new people, twice a day for those who are more advanced. We meet morning and night for 20 minutes. And so every day we're focusing on clearing all of this stuff. I mean, we go into past lives, we go into times when you were very abundant, but you lost it all. We clear poverty, past lives. I mean, it just goes on and on. And also we clear your business avatars. So we'll be doing that every day for 18 days. We take the weekend off, but we don't have the links ready for that. I'm just giving you a heads up so you can start preparing. So we're going to be doing that in January. So hopefully you'll be starting off the new year with a bang. All right, the big reveal, right? All right, let's see. So I will show you my van now. Okay, so this part next, the part I'm going to show you now, is like my most favorite part of my van. I kind of geek out about it. So hang on here. So this here is a backdrop. Okay, so we're just gonna roll this up. it has two sides so that there's two options for and if you had a business, you could do your own whole backdrop of how that would be. So ready? There we go. So here is I just store this right back here. It's out of the way. So here is that is doorway to the driving thing. And then you have to make this simple so that setting up and undoing and setting up are easy. So this is my laundry bag, some books, and I didn't show you, but we didn't need this today. This is a light ring for when I do broadcasts at night, and so that gets stored right here. And so that stays right there. And then we have a kitchen here. So here's, you can see that. And then my bed. And then down below, down there is a refrigerator. Here is a dry compost toilet. Some clothes, long sleeve, storage in both of those little boxes down there. And a closet. And then I'll give you an idea of how this looks from outside. You can see that. So that is the deal and how it works, how it all works. And then this is also on a table that, so this table here goes like so and is gets stored away like that. And then I have a little stool here that folds up, goes behind the driver's seat. And so that's the van. Okay, so do you guys have any questions about this whole thing? So cool and beautiful. Did you purchase it with the kitchen? No. So looks like you got on late. No, I bought the van, had 7,000 miles on it, and then I paid to have it upgraded. So it's got all the wood paneling, it's got a fan up there, a couple solar panels, 30-gallon tank. Okay, awesome. All right, cool. Yes, it is fun. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And so this is how I do it and how you can do it as well. And but the bottom line is none of this is going to work even if you have the best van in the world if your money vibes aren't high, if you're not aligned with all of that money. So I'm glad you find this inspiring. And thank you, because that was the whole point of me showing you behind the scenes and getting vulnerable with my little house here. Okay. Any questions? Any more questions? Okay, so maybe you'll take me up on Black Friday's offer, 2-for-1 temperature report. Just send the name of the second person. There's no coupon codes. We'll do that. I can get those done today, although there's quite a few that are coming in, so I'll see how many I can get done. It did turn out very nice. It's great. Yeah, and I actually like so all of this space here. A lot of people have a whole nother cabinet over there, and I like all of this open space because it just feels more spacious. And I can dance here. I can do yoga here. And so it's actually very cool. Okay, any other questions? Why, thank you, Gigi. And yes, my C star, Bess, great. All right, well, I hope you take some of this information over the weekend and maybe see how you can start doing your van conversion and start bringing your adventures on the road. And Start enjoying life. Don't wait. Don't wait for the disclosure. Don't wait for your savior. Just go do it. Just start taking the steps. All right. Sending much love. We'll see you next Friday. I have no idea what we'll be doing next Friday, but it's always amazing, right? Okay, and also please be sure to share this with your friends. This is a non monetized platform because I can't stand commercials and I have no control of them. And all the commercials that I've seen, I wouldn't want to promote any of them. So I don't have any of my channels monetized. If you listen to the recordings, you'll see that there's no monetized. So please share, like, share, subscribe, and that's the best way to get the word out. All right. Have a fabulous weekend, and we'll see you next week. Okay. Bye.